When I was deciding what to major in, I knew what I wanted to study, but I didn't think that path had any jobs. Since I wanted a clear career path, I chose a different major. It's not surprising that those classes are some of my worst memories from college. And the dumbest part about that is that I was wrong. There were a ton of careers available in what I wanted to study. I just didn't know where they were. Thankfully, I ended up switching to something I love, but that choice would have been so much easier if I had known what jobs were available. So I want to give you a simple trick that will not only help you see the jobs that are available in any major, it will help you see the career paths that will help you land your dream job. And that trick is to have parents who own multi-million-dollar companies and ask them for a job. I mean, there are people who take on like $100,000 of student debt to go to Yale and study the humanities. They have to be getting jobs somehow. For the rest of us, and I cannot believe that I am saying this, the first step is to go to LinkedIn. I don't use LinkedIn that often. It just feels so cringe because everybody is sharing the weirdest stories as if they're these pseudo-motivational speakers. Yesterday, I was walking to a job interview. On the side of the road, there was a starving Pikachu.
Pika-pee.
I stopped to feed him and missed the interview.
Pikachu?
The next day I got a call asking to come in to do the interview. Then I walked into the room and saw the interviewer. He was the Pikachu. The rare time I do get on LinkedIn, I see 10 posts in a row that start exactly the same way. I am happy to share my new position at my dream job. It feels like a bot is running the site. But it's like plunging a toilet. Sometimes we have to push through some crap to get the comfort we seek in life. The next step is to find the page for your dream company. And your dream company doesn't have to be related to your major at all. This is gonna work the best if you choose something as completely unrelated as you can think of. For example, I used to collect comic books, exclusively Marvel, and I still read comic books on my phone. What if I could work for Marvel? But I wanna study economics. What would I do at a comic book company? That's where the next step comes in. On the company page, click on people. There's a search box at the top. In that search box, type your major. In my case, I'll search for economics. The results will show people at that company who majored in economics. Then browse through those results and look at the titles of the people who are working there. You'll notice that there are rarely people who list their title as economist, but you will see job titles that you never would have considered. For example, here at Marvel, there's someone who is a royalty analyst. Now, either that person examines how Marvel's merchandise is generating revenue for the company, or they're diving through the Marvel universe examining the Kingdom of Wakanda. In either case, that sounds like an interesting job. I also tried this with SpaceX. This one came to mind because I remember the Falcon Heavy launch back in 2018 and just being blown away by what I was seeing. And I'll always remember how that broadcast ended.
If you would like to join us on exciting projects like these, please visit spacex.com/careers.
Even though I was fully employed and happy at my job, I immediately jumped on that website to see what was available. But as that website was loading, immediately this thought came to my head. What would an economist do at a space company? Well, using this trick, I found a lot of people who work at SpaceX sourcing parts for the rockets. And I found somebody who works as a policy analyst. That means they examine how different regulations are affecting SpaceX operations. Those are legitimate ways for an economics major to contribute to exploring space. And the best part is with these LinkedIn profiles, you can see the other jobs these people held on their way to getting that job. You have entire career paths that are destined for the dream job at your dream company. There's one last step, but let me emphasize how much of a game changer this would have been for me when I was trying to decide what to major in. When I was starting college, I just didn't have the imagination or the resources to know what economics majors could do. And even if I didn't end up working at Marvel or SpaceX, there are other companies in the world that need to examine their revenue sources or who are worried about how different regulations are going to affect their operations. Using LinkedIn this way just expands your vision of the universe of jobs available in that major. And with that expanded vision, you can move on to that final step. When you get that dream job with a major that you actually love, make sure you go to LinkedIn and post, "I am happy to share my new position at my dream job." But to get that dream job, you need to stand out as a student. That's why you need to watch this video, because standing out is more than just getting good grades. It's about doing this.